Join Walking Baseball Encyclopedia Paul Francis Sullivan, please call him Sully, every day on Locked On MLB for a unique look at the majors both present and past. Featuring exciting guest interviews and routine check-ins from the Locked On MLB Network's team of local experts. Subscribe to Locked On MLB today on the Odyssey app or wherever you get podcasts.
You are Locked On Yankees, your daily New York Yankees podcast. Part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.
This is Stacey Gotsoulias, and you are listening to, and if you're on YouTube watching, Locked On Yankees. Thank you for making us your first listen of the day. I'm recording this not too long after the Yankees lost their game to the Blue Jays, so I am going to be a little spicy on this episode, just to warn you. Anyway, before we get into tonight's debacle, let me remind you that you can listen to this show on Apple, Google, Spotify, Stitcher, Odyssey. You can tell your smart device to play podcast Locked On Yankees. You can also subscribe to us on YouTube, like, comment, do all that good stuff. So here we are. The Yankees lost 6-5. And you know what? I'm blaming Garrett Cole. It's Garrett Cole's fault. He's the ace of the team, and he crapped the bed, to be honest. Yes, he pitched 6 innings. Great. He lasted 6 innings. Good for you, Garrett. But you can't come out here with this few amount of games left in the regular season when you still aren't guaranteed a playoff spot and do what you did tonight. You just can't. You can't. The Yankees needed this game. The Yankees made it this. They did this to themselves. They made it where they have to win every game. And yeah, I said on the show for Wednesday that they could do 2 out of 3. But they're facing Robbie Ray tomorrow. They didn't face Robbie Ray in the last series that the Blue Jays swept. And Robbie Ray is ahead of Cole now in the Cy Young race. So this is bad. This was the game the Yankees should have won because their ace was on the mound. And their ace... This is what he said after the game. And this drives me crazy. Okay. Hold on. Let me get the quote. It's on my phone. Okay. I think we're running into some really tough teams, and I was not quite sharp enough today. That's the bottom line. You think? You think that's the problem? Yeah, that is the problem. Now, he did tell reporters that he'd be ready to go on 3 days rest on Sunday if the Yankees need him on the last day of the regular season, if they're not in yet. But if you could have pitched well tonight, this wouldn't be an issue and you wouldn't have to try and pitch on Sunday. So there was another quote that he said that I have to find. I'm sorry that I'm looking at TweetDeck right now because I'm trying to get all my ducks in a row. And I'm shooting this the night before because I have something to do on Thursday and won't have time to record my show. So I'm doing what everyone else does on Locked On, and I'm recording the night before. So here I am. But I am not happy with Garrett Cole right now. And I warned everyone on Wednesday's show that there was a possibility because he was doing this every other game nonsense where he was pitching okay and pitching crappy, pitching okay, pitching crappy. Today was crappy. Last start against the Red Sox, okay. Today, not so okay. Gave up 2 home runs, one to Marcus Semien, one to Bo Bichette. Marcus Semien's set a record, I believe, for second baseman. I think. Although I think they said it's 44 home runs, but he's hit 41 as a second baseman and 4 as a shortstop, but still 44 home runs for Marcus Semien to go along with the 8 million that Vlad Guerrero has and all the home runs that George Springer has and all the home runs that Bo Bichette has. Bo Bichette hit 2 tonight, by the way. His second one against Clay Holmes in the 8th inning turned out to be the game winner. So, yeah. But the Yankees, they tried to fight back after their ace gave up 5 runs in 6 innings, 5 runs on 9 hits. He didn't walk anyone, which is good. Struck out 6, again, gave up those 2 home runs. His fastball was just not working for him, and the Blue Jays were being aggressive and hitting that fastball. His four-seamer, I think at one point, he threw 10 or 11, and they made contact on 7. It was something crazy like that. You're not going to win games if your ace comes out and can't pitch. And it's so odd because Tuesday night, the Yankees lost their starter 2 1/3 innings in. And at that point, you're thinking, uh-oh, especially with the Blue Jays offense. It's like, oh, great, it's going to be a bullpen game, basically. And they ended up winning that game, easily winning that game. And then tonight, the ace is on the mound, and he doesn't do his job. I'm not going to get that mad at Garrett Cole because, I mean, he has 16 wins. His ERA is in the threes. He's in the Cy Young race. He's not going to win. This start and the start against Cleveland, the one previous to his Boston start, that knocked him out. But I guess that means that his next start will be a good one. Hopefully it'll be the wild card game and not Sunday. Hopefully he won't have to pitch on Sunday to help the Yankees get into the playoffs. Of course, the Orioles lost to the Red Sox tonight. That didn't help. The Mariners and the A's are playing right now. I think they only just started, of course, because they're out on the West Coast. But let's see what's going on there because you never know. As I mentioned on the show on Wednesday, okay, it's 0-0 in the bottom of the second. The Mariners have beaten the A's 11 times in a row. The A's. It's not like they're beating the Orioles 11 times in a row. The A's aren't a bad team. The Mariners just have their number this year. So, I don't know. It's a weird season. Does this sound familiar? You've got one device that lets you catch the game live, another that lets you stream your favorite shows. You're watching sports highlights on your phone. I do that all the time. You've got your neighbor's best friend's login for the good stuff. Well, I want to tell you about a simple way to get all that entertainment you love without the hassle. And it's a great way to finally get your TV together. It's called Directv Stream, and it brings your live TV and on-demand favorites together like never before, so you can watch your favorite sports, movies, and shows all in one place. That means no more juggling remotes and no need to buy another device ever again. And the best part, there's no annual contract. So get rid of the clutter and the confusion and get your TV together with Directv Stream. You can learn more at directv.com. That's directv.com. Compatible device is required and the content varies by package. I share a bed with a Pro Bowl quarterback, an Olympic swimmer, and a national women's soccer star. I should explain. When I heard how many elite athletes sleep on a molecule mattress and call it their best sleep ever, I ordered one for myself, and they're spot on. I'm not an elite athlete. I do Peloton. I try to do it 6 days a week. And my sleep issues, I wake up with a sore, or used to, with a sore neck, sore back. I'm hot. I get sweaty. Molecule sleep scientists literally created the world's most perfect mattress. It's unlike any other mattress in a box. It's cool to the touch, so it's not like any other foam mattresses. It has 6 times the airflow of my old mattress, so it keeps me cool at night. It has zone reflex layers that adjust with me in all my weird sleep positions, and I do have many of them. So I never awaken with a stiff neck or a sore back or bad knees, and it's antimicrobial. Molecule mattress is how elite athletes and Stace get their best sleep ever. Sleep on your Molecule mattress risk-free for 100 nights. If you don't have your deepest, most restorative sleep ever, return it. Visit onmolecule.com and save 20% with promo code LOCKEDON. Again, save 20% with promo code LOCKEDON at onmolecule.com. Yes, I do Peloton. I do Peloton 5 to 6 days a week. My brother decided to get a bike on my birthday. It's a great thing. Anyway, let's get back to the Yankees. Let's see if I can find more quotes from tonight. because as I'm looking at things, I'm just trying to see if there are any more quotes from people. Um, Here's an interesting streak. The Yankees had a streak of 19 straight games with a home run snapped tonight. It was the third longest streak in Yankees history, behind a 31 game streak in 2019 and a 25 game streak all the way back in 1941. So, yeah, their 5 runs were not on home runs. Kyle Higashioka had a big 2-run single, and I feel kind of bad because, yeah, I wanted Gary Sanchez to pinch hit for him. And I literally sent a tweet saying, "Why Higgy here?" And he hit the single as I sent it, so I had to delete it, and, I did. The home plate ump had some questionable calls. He had a couple of questionable calls in that at bat against Higgy, by the by. Um, Higgy's actually lucky that he didn't strike out in that at bat, but yeah, he tied the game, and then Bo Bichette off Clay Holmes. Clay Holmes has been so good for the Yankees since he came over from the Pirates, and, I mean, what are you gonna do? It's Bo Bichette. How many does he have now? He's up to a lot. They're all up to a lot. As I said on Wednesday's show, the Blue Jays are scary. They are really, really scary. Let's see. Bo Bichette he only has 28 only. He only has 28, but compared to Simeon with 44 and Vlad Guerrero Jr. with what is he up to? 46. Good God. That's a lot of home runs. And how many home runs does George Springer have? Oh, he only has 19, but that's because he's been injured a lot this year. I'm sure if he wasn't injured, he'd have like 35 and he'd be up there with the rest of them. Now, as for the Yankees tonight, one problem I have with the Yankees, they did not draw a walk, not a one, and they struck out 10 times. Now, they did have 7 hits to go along with those 5 runs, but the not walking thing is an issue. Let's see. Barrios went 6 innings, gave up 3 runs on 4 hits, no walks, 7 strikeouts. And Simber picked up the win because he was the pitcher of record when Bichette hit his home run. So Cole, 96 pitches, 66 of them were strikes in those 6 innings of work. Jonathan Loáisiga came back from the IL, pitched 1 inning, a clean inning, had a strikeout. He threw 12 pitches, 7 of them were strikes. Holmes threw 15 pitches, 9 of them were strikes. Gave up the 1 run on the 1 hit. It was the home run. He also had a strikeout. So again, I'm not going to blame Clay Holmes. He's been so good since he came over to the Yankees. And again, it's Bo Bichette. He didn't give up a home run to some dude who only has 2 home runs on the year. That's when you get annoyed at a reliever, when they give up a home run in a big spot to someone who, doesn't hit well. So I can't even be mad at him. I'm mad at Garrett Cole. But again, I mean, if it wasn't for Garrett Cole winning 16 games, where would the Yankees be right now? And I kind of had a feeling he was going to have a clunker tonight. I was hoping I'd be wrong. I was kind of hoping that if he did have a clunker, the Yankees would come back against the bullpen, the Blue Jays bullpen, and they kind of did. And then, just what are you going to do? The 9th inning, they didn't do anything, and that happens. I'm bummed that Stanton's streak is over. He went 0 for 4. LeMahieu was 1 for 4. Yeah, so, okay, here we go. The Yankees can't win games when Judge, Rizzo, Stanton all have overs. Rizzo was 0 for 4. Judge was 0 for 3, though he did have the sac fly. Stanton was 0 for 4. Gallo was 0 for 2. He was taken out of the game. He was hit by a pitch, and they were taking him for x-rays. So we'll find out about that tomorrow, I guess. Gary Sanchez came in and struck out in his pinch hit appearance. So I was wrong about Gary Sanchez, I guess. And maybe they were better off just keeping Higgy in there because he got the 2-run single that tied the game. Voit came in to pinch hit for Gardner. He struck out. You can't do that. Just start Voit. What are you doing, Aaron Boone? I mean, Rizzo went 0 for 4. Can we get Voit into a game? He's not going to be able to hit the ball if you're going to keep him on the bench for a week and then bring him in cold to try and pinch hit. That's not going to work. I don't understand what Aaron Boone is doing. It's not like Rizzo is, tearing the cover off the ball. And I get that you don't want to play Stanton in the field and you want to have him DH. I get it. It's turf. It's kind of a big outfield and you don't want him running all over the place. And you'd rather have defensively Gallo, Gardner, Judge. But I don't know. I feel bad for Voit. And I feel like the Yankees are punishing him for daring to speak out about them picking up Rizzo. Of course, he's a competitor. These guys are all competitors. Of course, he's not going to be happy that the Yankees got Rizzo. He's probably happy the Yankees got Rizzo because he knows Rizzo can contribute to the team, but he's not happy that his playing time's getting taken away. He led the league in home runs last year when he could barely walk. And the Yankees are punishing him for speaking. They'll say they're not, but they are. It's so obvious. It's ridiculous. So let's preview briefly tomorrow night's game. Even though I previewed it on Wednesday's episode, we're going to preview it again. Or not tomorrow night's. That's right. I'm recording this on Wednesday. Tonight's game. It's tonight's game. Thursday. Yeah. Robbie Ray against Corey Kluber. Whew. This worries me. But then again, the Ryu matchup worried me. I thought the Yankees weren't going to hit him, and then they kind of got to him. So maybe this might be one of those series where the game you think the Yankees were going to win, the game that Cole pitched, is the game they lose, and the two games you think they're going to have trouble, they win. For the people listening, I'm crossing my fingers. So Robbie Ray, 13-6 with a 2.68 ERA in 188 innings with 244 strikeouts. Wow. Now, Garrett Cole has 243 with his 6 tonight. So he's still behind Robbie Ray. And now Robbie Ray is going to pitch again and he'll get even more because it's the Yankees. And, they had 10 strikeouts tonight. So, and Barrios had 7 of those. So, yeah, you'll see some strikeouts tomorrow with the Yankees. And as I said, they did not face him the last time that they played the Blue Jays and the Blue Jays swept. So, his last outing against Minnesota, he won through 6 innings, 1 run on 3 hits with 4 walks and 6 strikeouts, which is kind of uncharacteristic for him. But not the start before that, 2 starts before that, on the 15th against Tampa, 7 innings, 1 run on 4 hits, no walks, 13 strikeouts. That scares me. And it should scare you too. Corey Kluber, 4-3 with a 3.82 ERA in 75 1/3 innings with 80 strikeouts. In his last start against Texas, he did not get a decision. 4 1/3 innings, 3 runs on 8 hits with 4 strikeouts. Now, he had a good outing against Cleveland on the 17th. It was the only game the Yankees won against Cleveland. No runs in 6 innings, 4 hits, 2 walks, 4 strikeouts. And against the Mets, he got the no decision. He only pitched 4 innings, gave up 4 runs on 5 hits with 2 walks and 6 strikeouts. So could be anyone's game tomorrow. We'll see. BetOnline is back and better than ever. All eyes are on the gridiron as teams are back to start another football season. As always, BetOnline is your number one spot for all the pro and college football action this season. With a new updated site and interface and even more odds, props, and contests, betonline.ag continues to be the number one source for everything football. Head to the website or use your mobile device to sign up today to receive your 100% welcome bonus. That's double your initial deposit just for signing up. Don't forget to use promo code NFL100. From football, basketball, boxing, right to your favorite Vegas casino games, don't wait to take advantage of all the amazing offers available for the 2021 season. BetOnline is the fastest and easiest way to bet on all your favorite sports. You can use our promo code Locked On along with that NFL 100 code. BetOnline, your online sportsbook experts. This episode is also brought to you by Rock Auto. With the ever-increasing numbers of makes and models, it's now impossible for your local chain auto parts store to stock all the parts you need. Why endure often pointless or seemingly intimidating questioning while waiting for the person behind the counter to order the parts on their computer, but they only choose the brand that their warehouse happens to carry? You have computers with access to rockauto.com at home and in your pocket. You can save time and money when using Rock Auto. Why spend 30%, 50%, even 100% more for the same parts from a chain store or a car dealership? Rock Auto is a family business serving do-it-yourselfers for over 20 years. They have everything you need, from brake parts to tail lamps, motor oil, and even new carpet. Go explore their easy-to-use website today to find the solution for your auto parts needs. Go to rockauto.com and see all the parts available for your car or truck. Write Locked On in their How Did You Hear About Us box so they know we sent you. Amazing selection, reliably low prices, all the parts your car will ever need. RockAuto.com. So, let's see if I can find more quotes from Yankee players or anyone, because, yeah, why aren't the beat writers updating anything? Come on, guys, you're killing me. I actually have, what do they call it? I have a column in TweetDeck that shows me all the beat writers, and no one is updating for me. I don't understand. Hold on. Let me, I'm gonna look on YouTube too, because sometimes they have, although I can't watch YouTube while I'm recording with you, so why would I do that? Anyway, um, let's look at let's look at the standings right now. The Red Sox beat the Orioles. You couldn't expect the Orioles to beat the Red Sox a second night in a row. Come on. Let's see. The wild card. Here we go. So the Yankees are only one up on Boston. Seattle is one behind Boston, and Toronto is one behind Boston. So the Yankees are 90 and 68. Boston is 89 and 69, and both Seattle and Toronto are 88 and 70. But of course, Seattle is still playing. So if they win, they'll pull ahead of Toronto with their minus 50 run differential. But I think that'll change if they keep beating up on the A's. So let's see how they're doing right now. Oh, I just looked at Monday's score and I'm like, I thought that was tonight. I'm like, how is it 13-4 already? How'd that happen? Wouldn't that be amazing? Oh, the Rays are about to clinch the number 1 seed in the American League. They're up 7-0 on the Astros, and the Astros are up in the bottom of the ninth with 1 out. They're not going to score 8 runs to win that game. Chad Green isn't pitching for the Rays. Sorry, Chad Green. Yeah, the Red Sox beat the Orioles 6-0. I thought it was 5-0. Oh, that's right. They're playing. So, of course, the score will be here. Where is it? Oh, there it is. Still 0-0 in the bottom of the third for Oakland and Seattle. Gilbert's pitching for Seattle. 3 innings pitched so far. Only 2 hits, 4 strikeouts, no runs, no walks. For the A's, Montas is pitching 2 2/3 right now. 1 hit, no runs, 1 walk, 2 strikeouts. So kind of need the A's to step up there. Well, I don't know. This is the thing. I don't know who I'd rather the Yankees face in a wild card game. I would much rather the Yankees be the number one, the top wild card, the number 1 wild card, and host the game. But I don't know. I saw them play Seattle. When was that? Early August, before the 13-game winning streak, and they looked awful against them. I'm not that scared of the Red Sox. I can't believe I'm saying that, but after this weekend and after the other sweep that the Yankees had of the Red Sox during the streak, they're playing them much better in the second half, and they match up better against them now in the second half. And I'm not as worried about facing the Red Sox in a potential winner takes all. I mean, I'm obviously going to be stressed. We're all going to be stressed because Yankee Red Sox games do that to us anyway, but a winner takes all game is even worse. Toronto scares me more with their ability to score in bunches like they did tonight. And Seattle's just one of those sneaky teams that could, the Yankees could be in a tight game against them, and then someone like Mitch Haniger could just hit a home run in like the 8th inning and screw everything up. So I don't know. Let me know if you listen to this show or watch it. Let me know either in the comments or on Twitter who you would rather face. If the Yankees win the first wild card, who would you rather see at Yankee Stadium between the Blue Jays, the Red Sox, and the Mariners? I don't know. I feel like I would rather them face the Red Sox, as stressful as it would be, just because of what's at stake. Like I said, I feel like the Yankees are better matched with the Red Sox right now. I feel like the Mariners could sneak by and do something, but I also felt that way against the A's. What year was that? 2019, 20, when did they I'm so confused. I'm so confused by what they did in those years. It was 2019, wasn't it? Or was it 2018? They played the Red Sox in the division series, right? I can't even remember. Oh my God. Whatever wild card game it was that they played against the A's, I was a little worried about the A's. And then Aaron Judge kind of was like, you don't have to worry. Yeah. So I don't know. Just let me know what you think. I'm leaning toward the Red Sox. That might be a big re- regret by next week, but right now I'm thinking Red Sox. Let me know what you think. So the Yankees lose to the Blue Jays. They're only one up in the wild card because the Red Sox beat the Orioles, and we're still waiting on Seattle. And the Yankees just need to go out and beat Robbie Ray. I mean, it's not that difficult, right? We'll see. So that's it for this episode of Locked On Yankees, which is part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day. I'd like to remind you that you can listen to the show in Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Odyssey, Spotify, Stitcher, or anywhere else you get your podcasts. And when you get into your car, you can tell your smart device to play podcast Locked On Bets. Betting on the Yankees or baseball doesn't have to be a guessing game if you listen to the new Locked On Bets podcast hosted by your boy Q and handicapping expert Lee Sterling. Get daily picks, blowout specials, wrong team favorite picks, and Lee Sterling's lock of the day. Follow the Locked On Bets podcast brought to you by betonline.ag wherever you get podcasts. Also, subscribe to this podcast on YouTube and like and comment and do all that good stuff. One more thing, if you could be so kind, please rate the podcast and spread the word about this podcast to your fellow Yankee fans. We would really appreciate it. So enjoy your Thursday, and I will talk to you all tomorrow.